moment had finally arrived. Emily stood up, gave me one last inscrutable look, and then did something that stunned every single person watching the live stream. Emily stood up, her smile fading into something cold and sharp, a stark contrast to the gentle, devoted daughter the world had come to idolize. She stepped back from the balcony, her gaze sweeping over me, then toward the hidden camera she'd never known existed. For a long moment she said nothing, just stared, as if savoring the silence before the storm. Then she pulled out her phone, not the battered work-worn device she usually carried, but a sleek, latest model smartphone she kept hidden in her purse. He dialed a number, and it rang only once before someone picked up. "Mark," she said, her voice calm, no trace of the exhaustion or warmth she'd worn like a mask for 12 years. "It's done. The third day of the live stream is almost over. Everyone hates her, calls her a monster, a heartless bitch who favors her son over the daughter, who sacrificed everything for her." The comment section exploded. "Wait, Mark, her ex-husband, what is she saying? It's done. Did she plan this all along? I'm so confused. Is this a joke?" I Saturday in my wheelchair silent watching her. This was the moment I'd waited 12 years for. On the phone, Mark's voice was loud enough for the mix to pick up. "Perfect public sentiment is exactly where we wanted. And once the live stream ends, we leak the evidence. The fake medical bills, the photos of you collapsing from exhaustion, the text you sent me pretending to beg for help. Everyone will pity you even more and hate her for wasting your life. Then when we sue her for emotional damages and the $8 million she gave to Ryan, we'll win easy." Emily laughed a short bitter sound. "Ryan was even more useful than I thought. His arrogance, his cruelty. He played the part of the ungrateful son perfectly, made her look even more insane for giving him all the money. Did you make sure Ryan doesn't suspect anything?" Mark asked. "Please." Emily scoffed. "He's too busy spending her money on video games and hookups to think about anything else. I told him Dad sent him here to keep up appearances, and he ate it up. He still thinks Mom's just a stupid old woman who'll forgive him for anything." Chat was a chaos of disbelief and rage. She's been lying this whole time. The devotion was an act. All those years of sacrifice fake. The medical bills were fake. She never had debt. I can't believe I cried for this woman. She's a monster. Emily hung up the phone, then turned to me, her eyes glinting with triumph. "You thought you were so smart, Mom, hiding cameras, live streaming everything, trying to expose me. But you played right into my hands." She walked toward me, stopping inches from my face. "Do you really think I stayed with you for 12 years? Because I loved you, because I was devoted." She laughed again, harsh and cold. "I stayed because I knew this day would come. Day the old family property was sold. The day you'd get that $8 million check." I stared at her, my voice steady. "When did you start planning this?" "The day you got paralyzed," she said without hesitation. "Dad cleaned up the bank accounts and ran, but I saw an opportunity. You are helpless, a perfect victim. Everyone loves a story about a selfless daughter, caring for her disabled mother. I knew if I played my cards right, I could build a reputation, a brand, America's most devoted daughter. It has a nice ring to it, doesn't it?" She leaned down, her voice dropping to a whisper. "You never loved me, Mom, not really. You always favored Ryan even when we were kids. We took him to baseball games, bought him the latest toys, told him it could be anything he wanted. Me, I was just the daughter who had to be quiet, who had to help around the house, who had to be good so you wouldn't get mad." Her eyes filled with tears, not of sadness but of rage. "Do you remember when I was 10? I got into the gifted program at school, and I was so excited to tell you. But you were too busy comforting Ryan, who'd thrown a tantrum because he didn't make the Little League team. You told me that's nice, Emily, but Ryan needs more attention right now." She straightened up, wiping her eyes. "I hated you for that. Hated you for always choosing him over me. So when you got paralyzed, I saw my chance. I'd make you pay not with pain, but with something worse. I'd make the whole world hate you. I'd take everything you had, and you'd be left with nothing. Just the knowledge that the daughter you ignored was the one who destroyed you." The comments were now a flood of anger, directed at Emily. "You sick psychopath. She's your mother. All that because of a Little League team. You're deranged. She planned this for 12 years. That's pure evil. Mom was right to give the money to Ryan. At least he's honest about being a jerk." But Emily didn't care. She was on a roll, spilling every secret, every lie. "The medical bill is fake. I never worked 3 jobs. I had a part-time job at a cafe, and Mark gave me money to keep up the charade. The collapse is from exhaustion staged. I pour water on my face, mess up my hair, and take photos. Though we never even got legally divorced, we just pretended to make me look more selfless." She paused, a smirk playing on her lips. "And you were so easy to manipulate. You thought I was taking care of you, but I was just biding my time. Every time I cleaned, you fed, you massaged you. I was just waiting for the day I could take everything from you." I finally spoke, my voice cold as ice. "What about the night I got paralyzed? Do you remember that?" Emily's smirk faded. "Of course I do. We were driving home from Ryan's baseball game. You were yelling at me for distracting you, even though you were the one texting while driving. The car swerved, hit a tree, you got paralyzed. I walked away with a few scratches. You're lying. I said I wasn't texting. You grabbed the wheel and swerved on purpose." Her face paled. "That's not true. You're making that up, am I?" I asked. "Do you think I forgot I saw you? You were angry because I'd refused to pay for your gifted program. Tuition said the money was for Ryan's baseball equipment. You yelled at me, 'You'll regret this.' Then you grabbed the wheel. The chat went silent. Then messages started pouring in. She tried to kill her mom, that's why she's paralyzed." Emily did it. This just keeps getting worse. She's a murderer. I need to sit down. This is too much. Emily stepped back, her hands shaking. You're lying. You were the one texting. The police report said so. The police report was wrong. I said you lied to the police. I told them I was texting, that I lost control of the car. I was paralyzed. Couldn't speak for months. By the time I could, no one believed me. Everyone thought I was just a confused old woman. I turned my wheelchair toward the camera, my voice clear and strong. That's why I gave the 8 million to Ryan. Not because I favor him, but because he's the only one who didn't lie to me, who didn't pretend to love me for money. He loved me, yes, but he was honest about it. He never pretended to be something he wasn't. I looked back at Emily. You, on the other hand, you're a liar, a manipulator, attempted murderer. You spent 12 years pretending to care for me, all to steal my money and ruin my reputation. But you forgot one. I may be paralyzed, but I'm not stupid. I've known about your plan for a long time. Emily's eyes widened. What are you talking about?